And welcome all y'all. I'm the welcome wagon today. Come one, come all, men and women of all ages. Welcome to Live and Local Real Talk. We're here to entertain you, laugh with you, even laugh at ourselves from time to time. After all, next to happy pills. Oh, hush up. Turned everything down except that one. Next to happy pills, laughter is supposed to be the best medicine. Is that right or right? Yep. Unfortunately, it's not covered by Medicare. We'll dabble in news. Some of it has more comedic value than a barrel full of monkeys, which I have a question. Why can you just add an S to monkey and donkey to make them plural? But for city or journey, you must change the E to IE and add an S for those words to become plural. Sleep over that? I guess so. Happy Friday. To my immediate left is the founding president of the Oslo chapter of the Single Swingers Club. you were waiting, weren't you?
I thought about that all night.
Memberships now available. And Mr. President, how are you?
I'm Chris Marks, and you have to wear silver sneakers.
When you did that yesterday, I was speechless.
Oh, God. Moving down the table, the only pole dancer in our group is.
Good morning, I'm Lee Barrows.
You thought you were going to get away unscathed, didn't you?
It was Chris's turn. He outdid anything I've ever done.
We always value your comments. We love hearing from people from everywhere. To date, the longest long-distance call has come from a former coworker of mine who had returned to his home country of China. He called me from China. We occasionally hear from folks who once lived around these parts but have moved on. So if you happen to be one of those following us on Facebook, you want to just join us and chime in and just say, I'm out here and where? In the South Pacific, and I'm going to say, wish I was there. But, give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. In all of my years with the show, dating back to November, the 1st of November, 2011, been a while, right? One of the funniest things was said by one of my co-hosts yesterday that really made all of us laugh out loud. I laughed all day long, off and on. Every time I thought about it, I laughed. Chris, our partner in crime, was asking our guest expert on Medicare as to whether Medicare covered a special program, a program he innocently, poor Chris, referred to as single swingers. I laughed because I thought he was talking about unattached golfers, of course. Lee laughed because of the places her mind goes. I told him the program was actually called Silver Sneakers, but for the duration of the show, as hard as he could try, Chris could not remember that it wasn't called Single Swingers, repeating it several times, proving what I've said time and again. If you screw up something, just let it go.
Just keep
Most people will miss it. Except me. Efforts to correct it make it all the worse.
We were like, what? What did you say?
I thought it made my day yesterday.
Well, Peter was in tears.
Oh, yeah.
I hope he didn't use that during any of the presentations yesterday at Walmart.
Are you single? Are you a swinger? Well, Medicare offers a special deal for all of you single swingers.
Oh my.
Oh my. It made
my day.
It made my day because for once it was not me.
She was looking in the mirror yesterday, saying, "Oh, thank God it was a
Thank you."
Oh, for once. So anyway, we've all made really good goof ups from time to time. But
I did that given the weather one time, the marine forecast, talking about knots. Yeah. And hoping Kelly held it together. She was so professional. She acted like, okay, I didn't just hear that. But of course, Robin had to start texting me. Did you just say? In which I tried to just, go on, keep on.
One of my former co-hosts, she was talking about the gun that she carries. And of course, she carries what I call the mouse gun. And I got the name the mouse gun from Hans Miller, who we're referring to a 380 automatic, a tiny little gun, because it's good for shooting mice. And so I mentioned it. She brought it up and talked about the gun that she carries. She said, "Well, I can't carry a big gun. I've got." I said, "Well, look, I conceal it. I'm not huge, but I concealed it, and I was carrying a 45 automatic at the time, in a holster that was very concealable, which I preferred that gun anyway. Those guns, but I said." Look, you don't even see it. Well, she said, but yes, I can. And then and I'm not going to say what she said because it was like, holy good golly, Miss Molly. And I just stopped in mid sentence and didn't say a word. She said, and
all of you wondering what that was, you can imagine.
Oh my God.
Well, my daughter, in presence of her in-laws, we were all going down the boulevard, and we passed Dick's Sporting Goods, and she just blurted out how much she loved
Dick's Sporting Goods
without the sporting goods. And you want to talk about it got so quiet in that vehicle, but it was innocent. But it was an extremely embarrassing moment for her, but I won't let her forget it.
Well, it won't be said tomorrow night, I assure you.
I don't know. I may go up there and sneak up behind Chris while he's up there talking and say, "How's the swing going on?" Hey, and we've had a listener that wanted to know, are you single? Are you a swinger? And did you ever find your skirt?
He only swings on the golf course, right?
That's right.
Okay.
On the golf course.
When he's not clubbing somebody.
And he's definitely not single.
Well,
We've all
He's
made
married to
those
2 women.
blunders. We've all made those
You're a woman,
blunders.
aren't you? You're married to 2 women.
Yes, he
At the
is.
same time.
Same time.
Live in the same house.
Yep.
All together.
all together. All kinds of weather.
Okay,
Let's get it
well.
on TMI about me.
Yeah. And you imagine the people that don't know what's going on saying, "You've got to be kidding. Really?" I said, "Yeah, really. He is."
I just think about all the people from my church that listen.
Boy, I didn't know that about you, Chris.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know you were Mormon and you go to the Catholic Church. That's interesting.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh yeah, the father's going to have a chat with you.
I'm going to see the
on
father
Sunday.
now. Let's all hold her head in prayer and say an extra one for Chris
And his 2 wives,
and his 2 wives.
and in the swinger club. Okay, robocalls. You and I, all of us, are among the victims of the annoying robocalls, right? Robocall started out as one thing. It's become something else. The definition has expanded because of the idiots out there. North Carolina Attorney General Jeff Jackson has begun the second phase of his crackdown on illegal robocalls, investigating 4 major voice providers. Okay, Mr. Spectrum guy, what's a voice provider?
That'd be anybody that provides telephony, phone service.
Okay, yeah, telephone service
Telephone
like
service.
Verizon, Spectrum.
AT&T,
Yeah, all of it.
T-Mobile, yeah, all of
Okay,
them.
gotcha.
All of them.
So Jackson leads the anti-robocall multi-state litigation task force. I really don't want to test. And has directed IntelliQuint, Bandwidth, Lumen, and Peerless to halt suspected robocalls nationwide. Who are they? You don't know either. Okay. In August, the first phase of the crackdown began when Jackson sent warning letters. Yep, I said warning letters. Don't do this again. To 37 smaller voice providers. According to a news release, the first phase led to the removal of 13 robocall companies, 19 companies halting their suspected calls, and at least 4 providers terminating customers who transmitted illegal traffic. A robocall, some company, Acme, let's just pick on Acme, okay, the Roadrunner days. Acme could be a company that wants to send out messages via robocalls. These are pre-recorded, random dialing calls or specific calls to certain segments of society. Okay, NRA, I will go with that one. They use some company, whether it's one of these robocall companies that they were talking about, they've used one of those companies to place calls to basically members of NRA or some past members of NRA who may not have renewed their membership. And they would just call them. They're targeted. These are targeted robocalls, and they're identified from NRA. There are other companies that, I don't know what name of a company was, Acme, that what everybody in the phone book called, and to try to sell them Ginsu knives or something. Most these days it's Medicare or whatever. But those are the kinds. It's really expanded beyond what the original professional thing. Politicians use robocalls.
Yes.
They target your audience. You go after people in North Carolina in the 3rd Congressional District or in Onslow County or whatever to vote for or to get a message across to. It's an advertising gimmick, if you will. One method of advertising. I don't know how effective it is because they usually just make me mad, and I would not vote for whoever places a robocall to me just because. Okay. In phase 2, the AG says he's going after larger companies in the U.S. telecom system, adding that the 4 major providers continue to transmit hundreds of thousands of robocalls. His latest warning, we're giving them 30 days to clean this up. If you don't. If they don't, we're prepared to use every tool we have. The scale of this abuse is outrageous, he says, and we're not going to tolerate it. Questions. What tools, Mr. AG, are available that will have any impact? How can he control calls from companies that operate from foreign countries? Because a lot of them come from somewhere else. Hey, Hello. Kudos to the AG for his efforts. He, at least, is responding to complaints from North Carolinians like me. Roy Cooper served for 8 long, miserable years as North Carolina's Attorney General before he was elected governor for 8 additional miserable years.
Right.
During that time, as the obnoxious calls started to increase, he received tons of complaints. At least 2 of them were mine, in writing. Put a stamp on the letter and send it to him. He did nothing. He responded to the complaints from a form in the way of a form letter saying nothing with any meaning. I got 2 of those letters for 2 complaints I filed by mail. His promises were as useless as he was then and remains today. A.G. Jackson is targeting robocalls. So exactly what is a robocall? By definition, robocall is a voice communications that delivers artificially generated, or pre-recorded voice messages in whole or in part. Hi, this is Olivia. I'm calling for Medicare, and I would like you to stay on the line because I will transfer you to somebody who can help you change your Medicare program. That's a artificially generated, or a pre-recorded voice message. In this part, that's what it is, in part or in whole. That's pretty much 100% of the calls I get from people wanting me to change my Medicare stuff, right?
Right.
Robocalls are generally illegal unless the caller has obtained your prior express written consent, which requires a signed agreement clearly disclosing the nature of the calls you are agreeing to receive. Here's where they get you. Sign up on a website or any website for more information about any product, whether it's siding for your home, a new roof, and there's some fine print somewhere that allows anybody to call you pretty much about anything. Anyone, anywhere in the world can call you about the topic or any related topic. North Carolina, read the fine print if you can see, if you can read it. North Carolina's toothless law requires callers to use their real name and number. Oh, yeah. Or the information of the business they are representing. Right. Falsifying or misleading caller ID information, called spoofing, to defraud a consumer is illegal and can result in fines. Oh, goody. Cost of doing business if anybody ever gets fined. With computer AI generated telephone numbers showing up on your caller IDs, they're fake. You see them, they're fake. You know they're fake, but how can you even report those folks? No way to trace a fake number. Even if they exist, they are listed to someone who has nothing to do with this scammer. I got a call from me. Had my name on it.
Yeah.
From me.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Different telephone number, but from me, calling me.
Have you ever gotten one from a deceased person?
I don't check
that happened. I'm like, huh?
You can't provide authorities with their number.
Hello?
And the AG can't do anything. But all of this does make the office and the administration look good. Their efforts, right?
Right, right.
We all feel the frustration. Who among you have not wished you could be honest? Ask the priest this weekend. Who among you have not wished you could reach through the phone and clasp your hands tightly around the neck of the person on the other end?
I have, and I've tried to call him back.
Oh, that doesn't work.
Oh, that doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
This number is...
The voice is either straight up fake, or it's been pre-recorded, or it's from a number that either doesn't exist, or has been changed to an unlisted number, or whatever. In other words, the most powerful nation on earth is fast being taken over by fake callers. This is one of the biggest topics one of the biggest issues people have. They talk about more in the grocery store lines. They talk about it. I hear it all the time.
I told you about a phone call I got earlier in the week, allegedly from Blue Cross Blue Shield. And they were saying that a claim that had been submitted for, I guess, an office visit, something.
I got that too.
That I had failed. It failed to be applied to the correct insurance. Now, I have two insurances. I have Blue Cross Blue Shield Federal, and then I have the North Carolina Medicare Blue Cross Blue Shield. And of course, I have in every doctor office that I go to has my primary, which to charge first, which to send a claims to. And he was trying to say that I needed to go in and my headphones, there it is. And change it and all that. And I was like, no. First of all, that doctor's office or that medical facility, whatever establishment, is going to send me a first class letter, where you can verify it and go in there. Nobody's going to pick up the phone and call and say, because the next thing he would have asked is, what's your social? What's your date of birth? I just promptly hung up and nobody ever called me back. But I figured if there's a problem, the doctor's office will let me know. But
date of birth, 1 January 1893. Click.
Going back to what you're talking about the cell phones, like the Republican Party, when we would do a lot of phone calls and calling Republicans or, voters here in Onslow County to say, please vote for, let's just say the sheriff, Chris Thomas, please vote for Chris Thomas. We had a phone program on our phones where we could use that. So it would not show our phone number, our personal phone number. It would show a different number. And we could use that. And that's what we used to make calls.
Was that number registered to you, listed to you?
No. It's a phone program, though, that the state gave us.
I understand, but you do realize that if that is not a traceable number, that's illegal.
Well,
now it's illegal.
Well, let me tell you what. Okay, now, I'm just telling you that's what we did because I didn't want to use my personal number because I didn't want people calling me back yelling at me.
The Republican Party of Onslow County, you don't have a telephone number in the office?
No, we didn't have an office at the time. We float, and then during political season.
You need to subscribe to a number.
No, who wants to pay for a phone?
When you can scam the people.
No, because we're conservative. We don't spend money like that. Well, some people do, but my turn we didn't. But anyway, getting back to Governor Stein. Anyone who believes that, it's great what he's trying to do.
This is not the governor. This is the Attorney General.
The Attorney
Jeff
General.
Jackson.
I'm sorry, Jeff Jackson. Anybody that has confidence in thinking that this is going to take care of all the robocalls, please raise your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we go through this before?
Do not call this. And in his most recent news release, he said, we realize that do not call this, but you should put your name on it, but it doesn't work.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it like I've updated it several times through the years. It's nice. It's a nice thought.
I haven't even touched on the outright fake calls out there, generally targeting me, old people like me.
And I want to talk about the stuff going around social media about hands-free driving.
Claiming that a child or grandchild is in need of money to get out of jail or to be treated at a hospital.
That's just,
the amount of money scanned through credit card systems is in the millions for that scam.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
All starts with a fake call from a fake number. And my granddaddy or Uncle Sam or something. I'm here. I just came to Mexico for a vacation. And they've done their background homework because they're not going after $15, $20 from you. Mm-hmm. They're going after thousands and thousands of dollars.
Oh, I read or saw in the news a couple of weeks ago that elderly gentleman. We talked about it just for a few moments, but he got a call from a scammer. It was a scammer. Said there's a problem with your bank. You need to pull out $15,000 and put it in the crypto machine. Fortunately, police showed up before he put all of it in there. But they do prey on the elderly, the silver hair people.
Yes.
Stop it, Lee.
If they have it.
I'm just like, okay.
Folks, if you're getting phone calls, there's nothing wrong with saying, call me back tomorrow at pick a time. There's nothing that you're going to be able to do to assist your grandchild or your child or anyone else at 2:00 in the morning.
Just tell them you work for the FBI. You need more information.
Or even at 9:00 at night. No, you don't have to do that. You can just.
I've done it before.
I do other things.
Stephanie, this is Chris's other wife calling.
But I usually get very profane with them. Will tell you that right now. Me and the priest would probably get along very well.
No way.
But
you'd be in that little booth for a long time.
I get that. He'd be in there with me because if somebody did that to him, can you imagine that? Yeah. He would become me. Yeah. He'd become very normal very quickly. Yeah. And then by the time I get through with them, they hang up.
Do they still have those in the church? Those little booths that you get in and shut the door?
Confessional booth.
They still have those?
Yeah, they ever used it. They just remain dusty.
They're confessionals.
Used
quite often.
Do they have cameras on there?
No.
Oh.
Very, very. It's between.
Hey, Stephanie or Kathy.
Can I talk to Santa Claus?
Stephanie the swinger, huh? Yay.
Swinging.
Lord of mercy.
Swinging. There's a song.
Yeah. Yep, there's a song. I want to, and Chris will back me on this one. I have a stalker, spell marketer. This guy calls every other day from a different number. And when I call it back, you can't get anybody there. But he is the same man calling me from different numbers every other day. He's a stalker.
Yep.
So how do you get rid of those?
Reported to the sheriff's office, of course, right away. Keeping it non-profanity or not too graphic, unless if it is graphic. What is he talking about in general?
I don't let him get that far. All I hear is that voice. Kathleen.
Hey.
Kathleen.
Yeah.
And it's like,
to be fair, it started out as he was claiming to be raising funds for the fire department.
Oh, I've had some arguments with those people. Oh,
Is that the one, Kathy, Stephanie?
yeah, same voice. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay, here's one of the scams that it's not a scam, but I mean this guy probably is if he's called back more than once. If you've shut him down, if you shut him down right, he shouldn't be calling back if he's legitimate. But there are some people that will contract. They used to. I don't know whether they still do it or not. For buy a package of tickets for children to a circus that's going to be coming to town.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do that?
oh
Yada, yada,
yes, and you
Well-
get free tickets too.
Hold on. I did it just to see what it was going to be.
Mhm.
Then I go to the circus. They had 2 dogs, a cat, and a bird that walked across the stage. And I bought a bunch of tickets, like 20 tickets for $20 for underprivileged children. And they handed these tickets out in school, and they came, and that's the way it was. Now, if you will check, which I did with the North Carolina State, Rufus Edmonston was in charge of it at one time, Department of State.
Rufus.
And anyway, I checked with them, and for all of these people that are soliciting business, and it may be a very legitimate business, and it may, because they have to find somebody to be able to get into the school, for instance, some organization like a volunteer fire department, and that's what this one happened to be.
Mhm.
They sold these through the volunteer fire department, and the volunteer firemen were doing most of the selling for them.
What?
Do you know what, of that $1 ticket, do you know what the average that goes to the organization is in North Carolina?
Probably 10 cents.
7 cents. They keep 93 cents out of every dollar for overhead. And then, of course, that overhead included the dog food and the cat food for this couple of dogs and a couple of cats. But no, seriously, and there was one really old, ugly, skank woman leading the dogs across there.
Skank.
What?
God,
I heard that since the 70s.
no skanks.
Well, that's, I'm old, but anyway, that's the way that they were scamming people. And if anybody had ever gone to one of those circuses, you would never buy anything again. I did it because I did it as a news story. And yes, I did it as a news story.
Yes.
And you know what hit the fan?
Oh yeah. Well, I've had pure arguments with the North Carolina Highway Patrol Association.
Here's the first thing you know. Are you a paid professional solicitor? If it's a legitimate paid professional solicitor, like this guy that calls from the Highway Patrol Foundation or whatever, then they will have to answer yes, because they know that they've already gotten the information to you. And if they answer yes, I don't deal with you, click and just hang up, and do not call me again. And I haven't had one of those calls in years because that's the way I deal with them.
The fire departments? Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
But Rayford, I have, you don't know how many times or numbers that I've blocked.
yeah, I do
I mean,
too.
every time they call, I block them. And next thing I know, two or three days later, he's calling back.
I
Kathleen.
can generate, as Lee can tell you, you can generate telephone numbers
Yes.
all over the place and
Yes.
look like you're calling from that number.
Mhm.
Oh,
Which
my
I
God.
think personally, I know how you feel about it because it keeps them from knowing your number. Then go get to the phone that's just registered to you or whatever. But I don't think any of that should be legal, to be able to use a different telephone number that's not registered to you, not you personally, but to
agree.
your organization.
I understand what you're saying.
That needs
I
to
don't
be
have a problem with
listed
that.
in your name so that I can hold you accountable for aggravating me.
I
That's
have no
correct.
problem
That's
with
fraud.
that.
And I also want the
That's
address
fraud.
of it so I can go fix your telephone for you. While
Well,
you're
that's
holding
just
it.
all those
wanna know.
political calls that you get that are robocalls. They're doing the same thing. That's the
And they're
way.
all
Yeah.
legal. The political calls, unfortunately, are legal.
Well, we were legal. We were
They make-
aggravating, but
There's
we were
something
legal.
there. This law was written by politicians. What do you think they're going to exempt? Political calls.
Of course, political.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Anyway, that's my explanation for you. How does that sound?
Well, it sounds good. When you come up with a way to get rid of my stalker, let me know.
I can't. People like that don't listen to early morning shows. So here's what you do. Talk to him. When you have a conversation with him, recorded, of course. When you have a conversation with him, hey, listen, my husband's busy. Can you meet me at a location? Not at your house. You don't want to do that. You don't want him to know where you live. Meet you at a location and let me know.
Okay. He's going to have to get a flight from China, I'm sure, but
he's not from China. He's from around here.
I understand.
Yes, he is. He's got a very, very American accent.
So anyway,
he's from
just do that.
I'll give it a try.
Just see if he wants to meet you, because tell him your husband is here and I can't talk to you. But if you'll meet me at, I'll do that. And he checks my telephone all the time. So don't call this number.
Right.
And especially if he's soliciting silver sneakers.
You can say that now, can't you?
Yes, I can. I know how to say it real well.
Well, I want to
roll right off the tongue now.
After weather, I want to talk about the myth going around everywhere about hands-free driving in North Carolina.
Oh, God.
Let's straighten that out, because I've researched
it's confusing. Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Thanks, Kathy, Stephanie.
Tell Stephanie we said hey.
Have a good. Okay, y'all have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Okay, let's do some a little bit of weather. Marine forecast first. If you're a boater who likes to fish, you have some options for the next couple of days. Blue water guys, today and tomorrow, were made for you. For inshore folks, I'm getting reports from friends of mine who are catching some speckled trout in the New River. These guys are not looking for gator trout, those trophy trout. They're not competing in any contests or whatever. They just want some nice ones for dinner. And the pictures that they're sending me, they're nice fish.
Right.
Very great. Fillet them, scale them, fillet them, and fry them. That's it. Offshore out to 20 nautical miles today, northwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 2 to 4 feet, 11 seconds apart. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop. You might find a little chop in the wider parts of the New River too, Morgan Bay, for instance. But most of the time, this next day or two is going to be very calm. Friday, northeasterly winds around 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet, but the swells are going to be closer together, 5 seconds apart, with some cross current waves 10 seconds apart. A little bit of a washing machine effect, even though the waves are not going to be big. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop. Rain, going to rain Friday night too. Northwest or northerly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet at intervals of 10 seconds. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop. Rain likely mainly in the morning on Saturday. Now, when I say Friday rain, going to rain Friday night, most of that's going to be offshore.
Right. Okay, today, increasing clouds with a high near 56. Calm wind becoming northwest around 6 miles per hour. Tonight, a 60% chance of rain, cloudy with a low around 40. Friday, rain, high near 49. Chance of precipitation is 100%. New precipitation amounts between a half and 3/4 of an inch are possible.
Is a lot of rain.
Friday night, rain likely. Chance of precipitation is 70%. Cloudy with a low around 36. Saturday, a chance of rain, cloudy with a high near 49. And the reason why I went so detailed is because it's going to rain Friday night at the ball game.
Are you ready for some fun?
We're gonna have some rain. Now, let's talk. Well, we got Chris calling in.
Yeah, he's
shortly, right?
calling at 8:00.
Okay. Well, we'll delay it until then. But we're going to talk about the ball game that's scheduled for tomorrow night in Jacksonville at Jacksonville High. Jacksonville's north side is playing tonight because of impending weather.
That is correct.
So they moved it earlier on. And with these playoffs, there's a certain amount of time you have to play them. You can do it a day before, you can do it the day of, you can do it a day after, being a Saturday, you can do it on a Monday. Is that the way it works, Chris?
Yes.
Generally speaking. Okay. So those things can happen. In a very, very tough game, a very deciding game that's coming up, why would you want any outside influences there? I mean, if we had a hurricane coming, would we postpone a game?
Yes.
Yeah. If we had no hurricane with 70 mile per hour gusty winds, just because things like that can happen. Yeah, we
A possibility.
there are things that happen that you don't want to influence the ball game. And I personally, if I was, and the team has to come here to play from Apex, where they've got a possibility on tonight,
tomorrow morning, yes, in the morning,
tonight and through in the morning of sleet, rain, freezing rain, snow, or whatever, ice.
Yes.
And ending by 9 o'clock tomorrow, supposedly, but then rain. I drove a school bus, y'all. They ain't nice when there's any ice on the road anywhere. Now, the chances are ice will be gone in the afternoon. The chances are that it won't be. The possibilities are it won't be. You don't know what's going to happen. Sometimes it's best to err on the side of being safe. That's what our school system does. Every time there is a chance of snow, if there's a significant high percentage chance of snow, it's not because it won't be gone tomorrow morning. It's because of what's left behind. And some of these buses have to go down roads that are not nice when it's dry.
According to news this morning, the 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, and 7A championship games are all being played tonight because of the weather across the state that's starting tomorrow. The 6A is still on tap.
Now, this is not a Jacksonville issue. This is not our
No,
coaching
it's not
staff. It's not the
Jackson. It was Middle
Jacksonville
Creek.
administration. I think the Middle Creek probably, I guess the coaches are diehard, whatever.
Right.
Maybe he's one of those guys that
He must be a ex-Navy SEAL or something.
he's probably one of those guys. If it's not raining, let's see, we're not training unless it's raining or whatever they say. One of those.
In most cases, and Chris will correct me at 8 o'clock if I'm wrong, but in most cases, unless there's lightning involved, they would play through rain.
Correct.
When I say rain,
When it starts.
when it starts, not when you're going to have 100. Because one of the things it's going to do, it's going to affect the field, and that can cause, and this is my concern, is injuries.
Slip and slide. You break things
Twist
when you
an
slip
ankle.
and slide. And if that happens, do you want it on your conscience, Mr. Muddy Creek or Middle Creek or
Middle
Middle.
Creek Mustangs.
Middle, yes.
I don't want that on my conscience, because there's going to be one person that is going to be held responsible.
I just
for
think,
this.
why not just change it to a different night? You could have done it tonight.
Does not
do it
the
Saturday
school
night,
superintendent
be
of that district override everybody?
I got to be honest with you. A call from Tim Foster, who's our athletic director for Onslow County Schools, would possibly be the best person to answer who makes the call, because at this point you have 4 schools in each bracket or each division that you have to deal with, because you have actually 4 in the 2 in the east, 2 in the west. So you have four teams that have to make these decisions. And if I'm not mistaken, Lee, what you were mentioning, the 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, and 7A. So those 4 schools made the decision. The weather.
Actually, 8.
8 and 8. Okay. So
Now here's
They both have to agree to it. And Middle Creek, my understanding is, from what I was told from the colonel, was that the Middle Creek school coach said, "Nope, we're playing."
and here's if this is true, this is the little thing in this whole pile that really ticks me off.
Ticks, yes.
Okay. If he said, if you want to play Thursday, you just come up here and play.
Yeah, Saturday. Just come on Saturday and
don't
play.
work that way.
We don't go there.
Yeah.
They're
He was probably just being
We
sarcastic, I'm sure, but
Well, I don't
No.
care how sarcastic he is. That is a stupid statement to be making.
Well, as I mentioned
What is it,
yesterday,
a challenge or something?
they're 9-2. That's why they're on the road.
Right.
We earned the right to have it here. We earned that. I'm just saying that it's going to be a messy day tomorrow. It's going to be a messy night tomorrow night. They're going to have to drive through a lot of rain and unsettled weather to get here. Why do all of that?
And
We could have had it
look at the
tonight.
possibility of ticket sales here.
I don't know what to do about my ticket yet because we have a thing we're supposed to go to
Yeah,
tomorrow
well, I'm
night.
going to buy the ticket.
Yeah, I thought I probably will too. And you're going to leave earlier than I am because I've committed myself to stay a little bit longer and help.
Robbie home.
And so I just don't know if it's going to be worth it to go to the ball game. I'll buy the ticket anyway to support the school, but to go and get there for the last 30 minutes and it's wet and it's cold and it's miserable. I don't know. I'll think about it. And see what's
Park
gonna happen.
outside, crack your window, and I'll let you know what's going on.
Well, that's another thing too. Getting there so late, I'm gonna have to park near Kmart, the old Kmart, to get a spot. You know, I could park at my brother's house, but I've got to walk. And
I'm going to park beside the police car.
I know you're gonna park. I see. That's why we always go early and we park right up
Well, I won't be
by the
early, though.
stadium. No, you won't.
I'll be very late.
Oh, that's right. You're gonna do it. Well, I don't know if it's raining. There'll probably be plenty of parking.
Well, that's the other thing. And that's going to hurt Gates' ticket sales.
Yes, it is. I'm
So,
going to buy a ticket anyway.
I'm not sure
Just to
why
support the school.
this guy is wanting to challenge us.
Well, they get a small, I believe, a small amount of the
It's gonna
revenue
be smaller
generated
than
from
what
the
it
game.
could be.
But the North Carolina High School State Association, they are the ones that dictate the pricing of the tickets and get a majority.
And
I
we
believe,
know
of it.
because these championship games have gone up at $5.
Yeah.
The last tickets we bought were
Yes, I
$5
know.
more, which I don't mind. I'll pay even more to go.
Well, let me just say, for our Cardinal fans,
I think they ought to get paid per the number of students that sit on, or people that sit on the foreign side.
hey, Cardinal fans, if you need a suggestion, the warm packs that Rayford you were talking about last week, there were some left in the stands.
Okay.
Mhm.
The hand and feet
And
warmers.
if you want some, I
Empty
found them at
packs.
Sam's
Yes.
yesterday by the case of
Yeah.
30 pairs, I think it is, and they were $14 and something for 30 something of them. So there's
Yeah.
a great place to buy them. I should have bought a bunch of them and handed them out tomorrow night. If
Bring it.
necessary.
Yeah.
Bring a towel to wipe down where you're going to sit, unless you have one of the chairs as you two
Mhm.
have. And
Well, you still have to wipe that down.
yeah,
Keep it
and
dry.
just come out and support
Oh, I'm coming out.
support the kids. I mean, this is something very, very big. It doesn't happen that often.
No, it does not. 1982.
Yeah. And to have two of our county schools doing it, of course, Northside's playing tonight. So,
Go Monarchs.
Yeah. But tomorrow night, whether it's raining, whether it's cold, and I know some people may say, well, what are you going to do? Well, I'm there, but I assure you in the press box, it's 34, 35 degrees because the air conditioning is on.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
It's your craziness.
So if I slip
man.
while going up the bleachers, can I blame the guy from Muddy Creek? And
Muddy
sue him?
Creek.
I
This is
hope I
getting
don't
worse.
I hope I don't call them that one.
I'm going to help
Now
you.
the coach
Muddy
is
Creek.
And there, Muddy Creek is, oh my, just slipping in the mud out yonder, don't you? Oh, go ahead. I'll help you out.
Muddy.
I'm going to need your horn tomorrow night so I can holler at Chris. No, I'm going to get over
Well,
radio.
remind me tomorrow before I leave here to get my chair out of the car.
Yeah, okay.
So that way I won't
Okay,
have
tomorrow before you leave here, get the chair
Chris,
out of
don't
the
let me
car.
forget.
I just
Good.
reminded you.
Because that way
Write yourself a note.
then I forget to look at the note. I forget to
So
put
you
the
think that the two of us
why don't I put it on my cell phone and put an alert?
Okay, let's talk about hands-free driving.
All right. All
Hands-free driving.
over social
Does
media.
that sound like, hold on, hands-free driving?
That's like your hands free talking right now.
We don't we don't drive with our hands on the steering wheel?
No, we're talking about the use of cell phones all over the internet, all over social media, all over posts that I've been seeing. It said that there was a new law became effective December 1st, 2025, that it is illegal to use a cell phone while you're driving if you're holding it. Now, if you've got it on loudspeaker, if you've got it on your Bluetooth, whatever, like mine, when I'm in my truck and the phone rings, like I just have to push a button.
Yeah, the place you can't hear you.
All right. It says, this is what, so if you look it up on AI, it says it is not legal to talk on a cell phone while driving. The state prohibits all drivers from using a handheld device to make calls or send text messages while operating a vehicle. This includes holding the phone to talk or text. Okay. I went to the bill itself. I researched it. It's Senate Bill 526. All right, let me tell you about it. It's called the Hands-Free North Carolina Act. And this is a bill to be entitled an act making it unlawful to use a wireless communication device while operating a motor vehicle on a public street, highway, or public vehicle area. Okay, let me just go ahead and tell you right now. It was introduced March 25th. The Senate filed it. It was a draft. March 26th, it passed the first reading in the Senate. Later on March 26th, it was referred to the Committee on Rules and Operations of the Senate, from where it still sits. So these people that are all out there saying, oh no, we have a new law effective December 1st. I researched it. I put in everything I could under the State General Assembly's website, the search bar. I see no other bill that was passed and to be implemented on December 1st. I'm not saying you shouldn't be talking on the phone while you're driving. Or I'm not saying you should be. I'm just saying that all this stuff that you're seeing on social media saying it was a new law that took place December 1st. No. It's not law yet. And if it's been sitting in committee since March of 2025, it's probably not coming out of committee.
Well,
so research, do your research, people.
Well, let me kind of follow up with something. What state has the most weird things go on in the United States? There's a state way out west. For a
California?
You mean the one that's going to fall off one day?
Yeah.
Yep, slowly.
Okay. You're talking about the hands-free talking. A self-driving taxi drove a passenger through the scene of a police standoff in downtown Los Angeles.
I saw that.
Now,
it was a driverless car.
Yes.
Yes.
Was it the car on the phone at the time?
Probably. Getting directions on how to drive. There's some things that just
defy explanation.
They really do. And then maybe someone out there that has one of these magic vehicles here in Jacksonville can call us at 910-333-0139 and tell us your experiences of it. Can you imagine you're a passenger in that car and you're being driven and one, I don't even know why you're riding in a car with no driver, but two, you're in the middle of a police standoff.
Goodness.
Hello.
I got several comments from some of our listeners, one going back to where we were talking about getting the scam calls and meeting somebody in public. All right. We had one caller, which was Royce, and he said, arranged to meet him at 200 Marine Boulevard.
That's the one.
Yeah.
So y'all are not understanding.
Yeah.
Stephanie understands what I'm talking about.
Yes. And then we've had another person comment, Richard, on our Facebook that said, I think it is illegal to record a call unless both parties are aware of the recording. In North Carolina, you don't have to tell the person that you're recording.
Only one person.
Yeah.
One person.
Yeah. So that was something, because we used to do that a lot when we were doing investigations.
Yeah. North Carolina is a one party state.
Right.
Telephones, if it's a national call, goes beyond the state lines. There are some questions as to whether that's legal or not. Believe it or not, there are questions that have been brought up, and nobody has ever answered it directly as to whether you can transmit over a wireless type of device. All of these other laws that were written were for wired devices.
Correct.
Over a wireless telephone, that's a transmitting through the air
Right.
device, there are still questions. Legal or illegal. So it's questions.
Yeah, we're a one-party state.
Yeah, but as far as anything else,
Mhm.
we're a one-party state as far as secret recording.
One-party
if I-
consent, yes.
If I walk into a meeting and I got a recorder on me, I can record whatever I want. I cannot broadcast it over a radio or a TV station unless the other parties have consented to it. Okay. You can record anything that you want in a location where it's generally where you can be legally be there.
Yeah.
Okay. And where the people have no expectation of privacy. If you walk into a bathroom, there is a degree of an expectation of privacy there. Okay.
It used to be.
Well, yeah. If you're going for a massage, there is a degree of
Yeah.
expectation of privacy there. There are all sorts of things like that, but I had to study all those laws.
Mhm.
How many wrecks do you think that I've ever been to?
Oh, whether reporting or in law enforcement.
Yeah.
Probably 700 or more.
I have no clue.
Okay.
Very many, I'm sure.
I didn't pick a number.
All of those wrecks that I've been to, now all of these were back prior to the days when cell phones were in everybody's pocket. Admittedly, but there were radios in people's cars, CB radios, ham radios, police radios, taxi cab radios, truck drivers radios, delivery type truck drivers, not the CB truck drivers. I don't ever remember one wreck where anybody that was using a radio that I went to was listed as the cause of the wreck, or that this was distracted driving because he was on the radio. Not one time. Not one. None. Zero. Zilch.
Well, you bring up a very good point. North Carolina, distracted driving. What are some of the examples? Texting or using a cell phone?
Oh, yeah.
Eating
That's
or drinking.
Not all. That's right.
Talking to your passengers.
Yeah.
Grooming or applying makeup. How many times you go down the road and see a young lady that's like, doing all this?
I got a picture of one of those in Wilmington years ago and used it.
Adjusting the radio or other controls. So actually playing on a CB or changing channels like that could distract you. Reading maps or navigation systems. How many of us have the GPS that's in our dashboard?
Everybody.
And we're looking. It's all distraction. It's all.
The vehicles today, you cannot make any changes in your GPS while the car is in motion. Okay. They're wired accordingly. I don't have one. I may have one of those in mine, but I don't use the built-in. I use my own because it's better and it can be updated regularly.
Mine updates.
Mine's efficient. And
Archaic.
you ever try to replace the one that's built in your car? Oh my God, there's another
No, it goes through the
$1,000.
phone.
Oh, that thing?
It goes through the phone and it's constantly updated. I understand, and they were great. They were super great, but you have to update those and you have to keep up with them. I don't, because the phone does it for me.
Mine is
So-
updated. When I bring it in, it's plugged the computer into it.
To go back to the recording of the phone calls, you'll notice that almost and I do this when I talk to representatives of companies, you'll always hear this call may be recorded for training purposes only. Boom, they're covered.
Yeah.
They're covered. And whether they're used for training purpose. I worked for a company. We did it.
Yeah.
Had the announcement. We did use some for training purposes because they were very valuable to train people. But
I hope they use some of mine when they call me.
I don't know. If they,
Yeah.
I mean, it would be interesting to find out from
New
our
words.
listeners which which of these kind of calls are your most irritating ones that you receive, and you get them. If you're listening to the show, you get robocalls.
Oh yeah. If not, give me your number. I'll call you.
910-333-0139, and we are real.
We are real. That is our number. It's listed right here.
Yeah.
You do in here during the day. I get calls from Medicare on that line right there.
Yeah.
We've actually got one morning before we left the air on that line, on our telephone lines. Here.
Aggravating.
Really?
Oh, you know what? I got a call on the other day, which was, I haven't had one of those in a very long time, but one on my car warranty.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, are y'all still doing this?
That was one of those calls that was lost in space, and it's now making the rounds and coming back.
I was like, what?
You know all the wireless stuff that's out there?
Yes.
It travels through space forever and ever and ever.
Oh,
You know that, right?
To infinity.
To infinity. Traveling at 186,000 miles per second.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. That moon must be clogged up with stuff. Golly. A person out of Kinston, not a surprise, but one that I can't quite understand. Just a story here. Police have arrested 2 teenagers following a shooting last month at a convenience store in Kinston. 19-year-old Kamari Gunter is charged with attempted first-degree murder, assault with a deadly weapon, inflicting serious injury, breaking and entering a motor vehicle, 3 counts of felony conspiracy, and discharging a firearm within the city limits. They hooked him up. Gunner and a 17-year-old, his name is not being released to protect this special, slightly underage person, were picked up in Fayetteville this week, driving a car that was stolen in Kinston the day of the shooting. Riding around in a stolen car, a minor and an underage person in possession of a gun. 2:00 in the morning. What could go wrong? Not a lot is being reported about the case as far as the full details. The pair have also been charged with stealing the car. At 2 a.m. on November 21st, it was reported that 59-year-old Thomas Watson was at a store in Kinston when he was shot in the abdomen. He was hospitalized and treated.
Goodness.
No motive has been offered by police. Kinston police on Tuesday charged 19-year-old Gunner with attempted first-degree murder and all the other stuff. Gunner is chilling in the Lenoir County Jail without benefit of bond.
What's wrong with people?
What is wrong with people?
I just go back to my parents, God rest their souls, used to say, what is it possibly you could be going out and doing at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning? What could you possibly be doing except getting in trouble?
I will never forget. You reminded me of something. In high school, right over here, Jacksonville High, forgot her name, Sheila. I think her name was Sheila. We were in a class, and there was the discussion in the class about why people should be home like at 9 o'clock, kids, 10 o'clock, whatever the time was. And a big discussion going around and around and around and around and around. Of course, it didn't bother me because I was always home anyway. I had nothing else to do. Sheila popped up and she said, listen, this is ridiculous. I can do anything before 10 o'clock that I can do after 10 o'clock. That room cracked up. The teacher, whoever it was, he just had he thought it was funny too.
It was probably Mr. Paget.
I know it wasn't him.
Linwood.
Yeah.
Linwood. I put him right in there with Lewis.
I liked Linwood Paget.
He was pretty
he tried to kick me out of the physics class one day, but I told him I wasn't leaving.
I think the best there's ever been is E.R. Mason at White Oak High School.
Yeah,
he was
Mr.
the vice
Mason.
president. We always called him E.R. It's E.R. Mason. But he traveled from Clinton, North Carolina every day.
Why?
To school. He lived in Clinton.
He didn't like it here?
He never missed a day. He drove to White Oak High School every day and was there till late if there was anything going, and drove home back to school the next day. E.R.
So he could never hold office in Jacksonville or Onslow County.
No, but he was one heck of a school administrator. I really respected that man.
Speaking of initials and stuff, we had a teacher, E.B. Taylor.
Yes.
Mr. Taylor.
Mhm.
Taught history, world history, and U.S. history. I took it both. I had him 2 different years for 2 different subjects there. Mr. Taylor was interesting. EB. So we all tried to figure out what it meant. You know what the best thing we came up with? Easter Bunny.
Oh my goodness
He was a
gracious.
fun guy. As long as you did your work.
Easter Bunny.
He did not give you true and false questions test.
Mhm.
He didn't do that. Didn't believe in them. Didn't believe in 1, 2, 3, and 4.
I
Pick
don't
the
believe
right
in
answer.
test at all.
Yeah, no. But anyway, he gave you questions, and he expected you to write out basically a small, not an essay, but that's what he referred to it as, essay questions, essay
No.
response.
No hand.
Quit looking at me.
I got a question for you.
I know about tests, right?
You didn't believe in testing, right?
Oh, here.
No.
Okay. Well, I'll get
Take
back
out
to
your
it.
paper. It's time for
No,
a
no,
test.
but that's what the Postal Service puts you through a test, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
How did you
I
pass?
don't believe in it, but I took it. You have to take
You
them.
have to
How
take
how
it.
did you pass?
I passed easily. Back then, it was all alpha. It was all grammar and math.
I just never
Yeah, I
How
understood.
about
know.
just looking up addresses?
Well, you have to know how to spell.
Is it that time?
It's that time.
Let me get ready.
Get ready on your mark. Get set.
It's Miller time.
It's 8:00 on a Thursday morning. Children, do you know where your parents are?
One may be hitting the road to hunt soon.
You going to hunt tonight?
No, I'm not going to be going to hunt. That's just for tonight. It's a little bit of a. I mean, it's not that bad of a drive, but it's you have to drive away and drive out of the county, and so especially tomorrow night's going to be a long night. So I do have the Wilson paper helping me out. Some friends in the Wilson
Oh, that's
community are gonna be
Great.
helping me
Oh,
out.
good.
So I mean, as long as we get help, and I'm sure I'll be able to call the coach later on tonight as well. So we'll make it work.
Good. I'll be watching your ex.
What?
But
Twitter X. I was
okay.
going there too.
Formerly known as.
Does she know about this?
There's been some strange things said this week on the show.
It gets stranger.
Chris get the high marks for that one. They've upset you, Lee. They've outdistanced you.
we got to create with all the things that Chris Marks has said over the last few days, last few weeks. We got to create a book, write a book, and we'll call it Marxism.
Marxisms.
Thanks,
Famous
buddy.
Marxisms.
Maybe we just need to just take them for a day that we're not going to be here, like a holiday, and play them back on the show.
Yeah, we could do a blooper
I
show.
just want to be.
Yes.
Golly. Okay.
And the weird thing is that blooper show would probably be the most. You get the views out of the whole year.
No
People
doubt
love
about it.
this segment.
Chris, your phone is going to pot. I don't know whether you can hear the
I thought it
static
was
or
my
not.
headphones.
It's really breaking up pretty bad. You want to call right back? Just hang up and
We'll call that.
step
Okay.
across the room and call back. So we can get a better. Well, seriously,
No, I thought it was my
No,
headphones.
this is the world of cell phone technology, and it still sucks.
Yeah.
After
Always
all these
will.
decades we've had it,
You have to get to a certain
There you
spot
go.
sometimes. So
you have to get to that bittersweet spot. It sounds quieter, Chris.
Yep. Can you hear me now?
Oh, you're Lima Charlie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now other than me, who knows what Lima Charlie means?
Loud and clear.
Okay, I
You didn't
must have taught you one time.
Maybe I already knew.
Well, Chris, before we go
Maria's daughter.
into some questions for you. So Rayford comes up to the press box last week and asked Will, who's running the clock, you know what 10-4 means? And he was in the Army. He goes, yeah. He goes, do you know what 5-2?
Lord, this
And I'll leave it at that. I'm not answering it. But
Chris, you know what 5-2 means?
Can you fill us in? Remind everybody else who may not know. How about that?
No. I was waiting for you. I was waiting for you to take a guess. You're the son of a cop. SOG, son of a cop,
Yeah.
and son of a C, right?
see.
Well, what does that make you, Rayford?
No, I'm a son of a gun. I'm the
Son of a fish. How about that?
yeah, I do too. Anyway,
So, Chris.
we need to stop now.
Chris, question for you. because you've always been open and honest about your thoughts on sports, and that's why you're such an award-winning sports editor. What's your take on the game being played tomorrow night and not moved?
Well, the way I hear it, the way Middle Creek is not able to find buses, but they're not able to find buses or bus drivers for today, but they're able to find it for Friday, and they would be able to find it for Saturday. That's what I've been told from certain individuals. But there's always three truths. There's one side, there's another side, and there's the real side. So, football coaches are unique creatures. They are unusual, weird creatures. They're weird human beings, and they're stuck in their ways. They're hard-headed in a lot of ways, and every chance they get have a chance to get an advantage, they'll take advantage. So I don't know if that's what's going on, and but if you're Middle Creek, it's supposed to rain and be nasty on Friday. Mm-hmm. They do throw the ball a lot, so I don't know if that's what's going on there, but you would think they'd want to play on Thursday because I guess they're calling for some freezing in the Raleigh area on Friday.
Now, here's the thing. I can understand this point there with the bus drivers, I guess, because the 2A, the 3A, the 4A, the 5A, and the 7A schools, they've got all of the bus drivers taken up. That's the problem. They can't get another bus driver anywhere.
Rayford will drive them.
Yeah. Well, and what I've been told, again, from another coach, I won't, is that, Middle Creek High School is coming from Cary, the Cary area, which is basically the Raleigh area. Those folks down there in the Raleigh area just don't like changing games. They're really stuck in their ways. They like playing on Friday nights. And again, I get it. You're a creature of habit, but the safety is more important than anything else. So,
amen.
I just don't understand. But yeah, there's a lot of Jacksonville people are kind of upset because they're afraid that the school system over in the Raleigh area is going to cancel schools. Which, if schools cancel because of that, then you can't play. So, and then you're like, okay, well, what do we do now?
Good point.
So that's kind of why they're upset. Is let's go ahead and just play Thursday, where at least the weather is. The field's going to be dry. It's not going to be pouring rain, and then rather be safe than sorry. And so, but it is, and we'll see how the Cardinals do on Friday.
Well, Chris, let me follow up with that. So they could still say we'll play Saturday, but Monday would be the absolute drop dead. You have to play by Monday, right?
Yeah, you would have to play by Monday. And it's just not ideal. You play Monday, and then the state. I would imagine the state would have the state championship game played on Saturday because it just wouldn't be fair.
Quick turnaround.
We do have some games. We do have some games on Thursday, but those are going to be like the 1A and 8A since they don't play this week. They had their state semifinals the previous week, a lesser round. Those games will be played on Thursday. There will be games next Friday and then next Saturday. So I would imagine if Jacksonville had to play on this Monday or next Monday, that they would move. They would have them play the Saturday to give them an extra day.
I like it. I like it.
I got a wild idea.
What's that?
But Mr. Marks, it all goes back, with this whole schedule and everything. We have eight state, 8 classifications now. That's,
crazy.
You remember the days when we only had 4.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
So, it's there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of games going on. So it's definitely going to be a busy week next week for across the state for high school football.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow night. I think we'll see what happens tomorrow morning when they wake up there.
I keep refreshing your X
I think
every hour, Chris.
all of us were at the game last week, and Union County, they brought a big crowd.
They did.
I don't know, maybe 200.
Kudos to them.
Kudos to them. And it was supposed to be colder than what it really was. Tomorrow night, I don't know how the Middle Creek school follows their teams on road games, but we got to counter. I mean, that's just the bottom line. We have to have fans
be there, y'all.
in there, because if they have more fans than we do, there's going to be a lot more cheering.
Okay, here's what you need to do. If you don't have the good stuff, go to a sporting goods store and get you some foul weather gear. Go to Saigon Sam's and get you some foul weather gear. Go get some stuff, okay? Because we're going to be there. We're going to fight.
Mhm.
And the fans got to fight too.
No, you got to go to Dick's Sporting Goods. How about that?
Go to Dick's and
You're just like
I do want to. So Chris,
Do you like it there, Chris?
Do I know?
Do you like it there
Do I like it where?
at Dick's?
No, let's just change the subject. How about
Okay.
that?
You brought it up. I was going to bury you with it. So go ahead.
Well, I just want Chris is a very humble person. He's very much on the shy side. Doesn't like recognition.
I know he
Probably doesn't.
He turned his back on me.
Yeah,
That's
well, I love, and Chris knows how much I love him. But it was interesting that last week someone came up into the press box at halftime looking for Chris.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was one of the newspaper guy that covers Union Pines, and he had sent me a message. He had sent me an email saying, "Hey man, are you here at the game?" And then I was like, "Yeah," and yeah, I'm looking for you. So all of us, media people, newspaper guys, who are all beating our head against the same wall. We always try to talk to each other and meet each other if we haven't met already. So he was looking for me, and I got a chance to talk to him for a little bit, and like I said, beat our head against the wall about the business and things like that. So it's I think he still had another team going on, and then you jump right into basketball season. So we had a chance to kind of share stories and talk about stats and things like that. So we always all get together and at halftime and after the game and chat for a few minutes.
Chris,
and then
he doesn't know your reputation. He thought you were one of those snooty little guys that hangs around in the press box and tries to do the story from there. That's what he thought, right?
he doesn't know our sports.
Our sports guy. He's in
That's
the middle
right.
of the action.
Our sports guy's right out there with the best.
Yeah, those big wigs, they do like themselves a lot. But there's nothing like the high school sports. Covering the local sports. I mean, you really feel like a part of the action when you're on the sidelines, and you got to be careful because those ball carriers will come right at you, and so you always find the biggest guy on the sideline, and you stand next to him. So if somebody's coming, you get behind him so he can get the brunt of the hit.
Throw him under the bus. Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. How many times have you been hit by a flying ball or by a player coming down the sideline that, there we go, whoop, let's take him down? Or they end up taking, how many times you hit the dirt?
Knock on wood. Now you're going to jinx it, Rayford.
Oh, you're done now. I'm sorry.
Yep. No, I've never been taken out. I did have a photographer, Tina Brooks. Y'all probably remember her.
Yep.
She got banged up a couple years ago and actually injured her leg. But then a few weeks later, she was right back at it. The trooper she was. But I know some of the TV people have gotten
A lot of them. One got it last week.
Yeah, didn't we see a ref get it too a couple of weeks ago?
Well, they were targeted.
He got. We saw a ref get plowed. We were like, "Whoa!"
I did get run over by during a before a game. A guy was running for a pass, and a coach. I think the coach did it on purpose. The coach threw the ball in my direction.
Give me their name.
The receiver was So. But we had, it was all in fun, and we had a good laugh about it, and but yeah, I try to. If I see the ball, it's a little bit harder when you have a camera and you're trying to take a picture. But if it's just me and my clipboard, I'm able to get behind the biggest dude and have him protect me. How about that?
All right, it's time.
All right, let's hear it.
Well, I do have a question.
Go ahead.
What's your take on tomorrow night's game, Chris?
That was going to be my question.
Oh, okay.
What's the question?
Predictions. I predict Rayford's going to eat about 5 bags of popcorn.
One. I only carry one, but it's a big one.
There won't be popcorn tomorrow night.
There won't?
No, we have a dinner to go to first.
That doesn't
You'll
mean
be
I can't
full.
bring.
You'll be full of cake and cupcakes.
And so, Chris,
All right, getting back to Chris.
what's your thoughts?
Well, first of all, Lee, so what party or what event is this on Friday night?
It's the secret meeting of the secret society.
It's ham radio.
Chris, we're not invited. Don't worry.
You can come.
That's okay.
Well, who schedules a ham radio event?
Right.
That was my question.
We didn't expect. No one expected to get this far.
Nobody thought about it, but of course we did. I don't think we really. It was the club board picked the date, and we were like, "Yeah, okay." And who would have thought?
Then on December 5th.
I
Yeah,
know it.
that's not football season.
Next year is going to be different. We're going to revolt.
Yeah.
No, they're good people.
They're good people.
Well,
We'll make it
y'all
work because I'll be there at least most of the game. Let's just put it that way.
Yes.
Because I can
Y'all
eat.
can show up for a little bit for the ham roast.
I can eat and run with the best of them.
Yeah, I'll be late getting there too, unless it's raining.
And your thoughts?
If Jacksonville plays well, I think they have and don't make the mistakes that they made a few last week. And,
Yes.
if they eliminate the mistakes, I think they have a chance to play well. But again, if it's going to rain, it's going to be nasty. Then it could be a toss-up because of fumbles and things like that. So, but they need to play well. I mean, I know that's cliche, but if they play well, then I think they have a chance to win.
A fumble is anybody's ball.
That's
the
right.
thing. And it can, if it's down on the 3-yard line, on your own 3-yard line, you're in trouble.
Right. All right. How about the Monarchs?
Well, again, I think they'll have a tough game. It's on the road tonight, Wilson Hunt. But that's again, I think Northside has a lot of momentum and they're playing well. So I think they have a chance to win as well.
That would be great.
It
We need
would
to have
be
two. We need to have two teams winning. We need to have a heck of a parade after
You're
this
darn
event.
right.
too.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
We'll put them together.
That's
They
what I'm
both
talking about.
win,
That's what we're
and
saying.
we'll put them both together.
That's what we talked about that yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
One big
Well, we
parade.
talked about
for both.
I think we
Right.
need to do Western Boulevard and have the Monarchs on one side of the road and just walk down the entire boulevard together.
We could do New Bridge Street. That way we could hang lights. Rayford.
Yeah, we could do the lights too.
I agree.
Why'd you
I
go
agree.
there?
I need somebody with some cleats.
So
I got lights.
I know we'll be seeing you Friday night unless the game is changed, but I will be watching your X account all day today, hoping and praying for a change.
Yep. And Lee, one more thing before
Yes,
the
sir.
game, did you see that picture I took of Jacksonville football coach Bo Williams? Yeah, it was pretty cold outside, and this man
He was in
wearing
shorts.
Yes, we noticed that right up front.
I said something to Rayford. I was like, what in the world?
With all due respect, I believe that it may be in honor of Phil Patchett because Phil,
Oh, is that right?
during his years, the Southwest always had shorts and black Converse high tops.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Okay, so that pneumonia brought to you by.
But now, Chris,
Mark, I don't want to ever hear you again talk about people's shorts unless you're going to give Bo Williams the business about his shorts. How about that?
I answer to his wife currently, but
She does the dressing, though.
the coach was up there he was working on the scoreboard when I was up there when we were talking. And I never mentioned the shorts because I believe that anybody down on the field can wear any kind of pants they want to.
Absolutely.
Any kind. I don't care whether you're a coach, a sports editor, referee, wear whatever you want to wear.
Yeah.
Well, at least they can hold on to their shorts where some people are constantly losing their skirt.
Chris, don't
Not a
laugh.
skirt.
Chris, don't laugh.
You knew it was coming.
Don't laugh, Chris.
I have to protect our sports editor.
Thank you. As I said next
This
to
has
you.
been a show today, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
It's been weird all week.
It started yesterday. Really bad.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all stop picking on Mr. Marks. He's going to beat you up with the golf club.
Yes. He'll club us.
Lee.
He'll club us. I know it. He was going to club the president. So
That's right. You can climb the pole to get out of the way. Okay.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
thank you, Chris.
All
We'll,
right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
all right.
Yeah.
See you
Okay.
then.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Wow.
You're 910-333-0139. Right
Yeah.
after weather, if you dare. I dare you. I don't think there's anybody out there with the intestinal fortitude to call us this morning. I mean, our legalized brutality man, I haven't heard from him in a week.
He doesn't get off now till 8:00, so he should be.
Well, what
home
time
soon.
is it on the wall?
Yeah.
The old clock on the wall says what?
He's got to go home.
He doesn't
Tick,
can't
tick,
make
tick,
a call.
Get off
tick,
here.
tick, tick.
If you're a boater and you like fishing, there's a couple of things you can do for the next couple of days. One of them is to go
Stay
boating offshore because the waves ain't going to be big. The other is stay inshore and go catch some speckled trout. Offshore, out to 20 nautical miles. Really good looking. Northwesterly winds, 10 to 15 knots today. Seas only 2 to 4 feet, but they're 11 seconds apart. That's a long ways in between waves. Sounds and rivers of moderate chop. You might find a little chop on the wider parts of New River, like Morgan Bay, down there near between Southwest Creek and Northeast Creek. Yep. But most of the time, it's going to be pretty calm on the river. Friday, northeasterly winds around 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet. The swells are going to be closer together, 5 seconds apart, with some cross current waves. They're going to be 10 seconds apart, kind of meeting and making a little bit of a washing machine effect. Sounds and rivers, a moderate chop. Rain. Friday night, rain. Saturday, northerly winds,
Rain.
10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet at intervals of 10 seconds. Sounds and rivers, a moderate chop. Rain likely, mainly in the morning. Now, rain on Friday, yeah, you can fish in the rain.
Yes,
It's
you can.
okay. Go fishing. Go
Cold.
fishing. Just bundle up fish, bite in the rain. They don't know when it's raining. You okay?
Absolutely. Today, will somebody get Middle Creek on the school so they on the phone so they can listen to this?
Muddy Creek.
Okay. Today, increasing clouds with a high near 56. Calm wind becoming northwest around 6 miles per hour. Tonight, a 60% chance of rain, cloudy with a low around 40. Friday, high school football game, rain, high near 49. Chance of precipitation is at 100%.
There's not a whole lot of doubt. when you say
New
100%.
precipitation amounts between a half and 3/4 of an inch possible. Friday night, rain, cloudy with a low around 36. Chance of precipitation is at 70%. Saturday, a 50% chance of rain in the morning, cloudy with a high near 49.
we need to
Hello.
change the picture of the cardinal out there on the middle of the field.
Yes.
And
Wearing a raincoat.
No, we need to put a boat there, a shrimp
we,
trawler.
we put like one of those rubber ducky rafts, one of those, and let them just sit in that. Hey, we should call Middle Creek. Let's do it online and ask them if the game's still on for
she
tomorrow
was
night.
going to do it. I knew she was going to. She mentioned it last night about calling her.
We should call Middle Creek. Just say we're just.
Well, if you want to call them. There's a phone right there. All you got to do is
Wait a
dial it.
minute. We'll let Chris do it.
Oh, great.
All right, this is the announcer for the game tomorrow night. That are you sure you really want to?
All
come
right,
here?
Chris.
There's
Act like
3
a
inches of
concerned
water on the
parent.
field.
Act like a concerned
We have a
parent.
boat
Call.
floating by. Ducks have landed on the field. There's a flock of geese out there right now.
Be Willie P. Richardson.
Oh, I love Willie P.
Oh,
Richardson.
my buddy.
He is the
Him and
best.
Tom May, the two of them.
Oh, Willie
How you
P.
doing? I got a sneaker. I like a little sneaker.
Well, wonder what he would do with that single swingers comment. Allegations of massive fraud across multiple programs administered by the state of Minnesota. Investigation underway by federal Treasury investigators. Tax dollars may have been diverted to the terrorist organization Al-Shabaab. Yep, allegations of massive fraud were initially leveled last month in a report by City Journal alleging billions in taxpayer dollars have been stolen during the administration of Governor Tim Walz. In many cases, the fraud has been perpetrated by members of Minnesota's sizable Somali community. Federal counterterrorism sources confirmed that millions of dollars in stolen funds have been sent back to Somalia, where They ultimately landed in the hands of the terror group Al-Shabaab. This is according to a report. Those are the headlines from multiple news outlets from Minnesota. Minnesota. Who would have thought that? But you go to a nice quiet state like that, and you can sneak in a whole lot of strange stuff. And it's been happening over the last, 15, 20 years?
Yeah.
Once was when there was smoke, there was fire. Not so sure about that anymore. If this is true, though, this is a huge deal. Taxpayers in Minnesota, if true, paid taxes that ended up in the hands of a terrorist group. How would you like to be paying taxes in Minnesota and find this out? Billions of dollars.
Wow.
I'm not sure it actually happened. There may be no real fire here, but there could be some smoldering going on that would explain a lot about those who have been moving by the droves into Minnesota from other countries. There are others who are establishing strongholds in small communities across the entire United States. One little community at a time. There are growing businesses opening around Onslow County sporting giant lights to attract customers to buy the products they offer. Over the past few months, during different times of the day and even into the night, sometimes late at night, I've been traveling through different places in Onslow County. I've looked, but I must have missed all the customers that were frequenting these businesses. The parking lots are
Not the same.
mostly empty.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ever since COVID, all these late night restaurants that used to stay open all night long, like Hardee's.
Yeah, but these places have been opening up since COVID.
Yeah, yes, but I'm saying they're not open all night long like they used to be. They'll have some of them have
Are you looking at the
drive-through.
vape shops that I'm looking at?
Oh, that's different.
That's what I'm talking about.
Vape
lady.
shops were open 24/7 during COVID.
Are they making money? I don't see any cars in the parking lot, day or night. Are they
Stop
making
and
any
rob.
real money?
Stop and rob. That's what I worry about.
The light bills alone must be large.
Mm-hmm.
So you got lots of light. Local governments around the country, likely even in this state, have seen heretofore unknown candidates entering and getting elected somehow onto local governing boards that appoint people to various duties: water and sewer, law enforcement, hospitals, school systems. Should we be concerned? Are you concerned? Our elections are over for this year. Filing has begun for a couple of local boards, state judicial offices, elected law enforcement positions for next year. Keep your eyes on the candidates. Every candidate that you see, once they file for office, you need to start vetting them. Don't leave it up to the media. I'm sorry, but they ain't the same as they used to be. They don't have any investigators. None. I have not seen an investigative reporter in I don't know when.
Timmy's on the phone.
That means coming from me, dig as deep as you can on everyone who files for office. Everyone who files for office, do a deep dive. Those who have no known local history, get some help to dig a little deeper. If you don't know how to do it, you can find somebody else who can help you. You might be surprised who their friends and relatives are. See, I go really deep when I start looking at people. Friends, relatives, previous addresses, they're out there. They're available. Previous telephone numbers. Start running them. All you got to do is Google those addresses. Find out how many people lived in the house with them at the same time. Yeah, buddy. As it happened with me, I found in one case years ago, 10 people with 10 different names living in one house in Pennsylvania for a guy that was local in New Hanover County that was running for office. Mm-hmm. All but one of those 10 people living in that same house had the exact same social security number listed. Before you ask, yes, that info was sent up the ladder by me because that's the way I did things then, and I would still do it today. Timmy, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Where you at?
I'm in Wilmington today.
Oh.
I'm hauling old concrete out of here. Just got one load. But I was hitting up right when you were talking about the light bill and stuff on the vape shop. It just hit my opinion that time. The sheriff's department busted all of them.
Yep.
They're probably getting their light bill paid out the back door.
Don't know. Something's got to be happening somewhere because I don't know where the money's coming from.
Me neither. And then you were talking about Chris talked about Willie P. Richardson. I used to love him, but years ago I had a little radio show here in town. Years ago, back in '29, and I would imitate Roy D. Mercer. You remember?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Yep.
And I would call local businesses, and I remember my buddy, my cohort, Bill Marston. He kept his finger on that button because it wasn't edited. But what I do, I'd pick a business out and call up about something, and then after we expose what was going on, we give them a free plug, tell them what they got on sale, what they're selling, what they're doing, and all that stuff. And it worked out pretty good. But I tried to do Willie, and God knows it was hard to do. I could do Roy, but I did love him. I had, and this is going to tell you how old I am. I had his cassette. I had a whole bunch of Willie P. Richardson cassette, Roy Mercer cassette, a whole bunch, and I had everything Jerry Clower ever said. But yeah, it just brought to mind of that. But Rayford, you're right. There's something still going on with some of these stores that I never see a car, or maybe one car.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go right down Airport Road and you can look. There's two places down Airport Road, and I just shake my head.
I don't know if there's anything illegal going on. I just don't know how they can stay in business.
I don't either, because I know I couldn't. Ain't no way in the world.
Nope.
And I'd be legitimate. I might sell some shine out the back door. That to me, that's still traditional. I know it's illegal, but that's still traditional. I like that.
You get shine out the back door. You can go to the liquor store and get all the shine you want legally.
Well, yeah, but I go back to the days when I was little. The old men would sit around past the jar and they'd run out, tickle me, and they'd say, "You got anything? We got anything left?" And then one of them would say, "Well, I got some store bought." That's what they called it.
Yep,
store bought. Well, if that's all we got, I guess that's what we got to drink.
Well, you know what? You know what that stuff was actually called, right? By the guys up in the mountains, and they worked on their cars and stuff a lot. They did their own work, right? And they called it carburetor. Yeah. They called it carburetor cleaner. They would soak instead of soaking it in gasoline. They'd soak that carburetor in moonshine. And let me tell you about a spotless device. It would clean anything.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've seen people put it in their tank way back in the day. They'd run out of gas. Of course, that's some expensive shine, but I guarantee you, it got the carbon off the valve.
It burned real clean. One of my friends, retired ALE agent, I was trying to clean a boat that I had, sitting over there to Doris and Henderson. I had my 25-foot boat in the yard, and I just got it. And some idiot, is a center console, and the forward part of the console was a seat. And some idiot at some point in time in the past, instead of taking and putting snaps up there to put this cushion up there on the back, he put some cement. Some really, those cushions wear out, people. Yeah. Don't make them permanent. They might put snaps on them so you can change them out from the cooler tops or whatever you got. They wear out. Oh, yeah. This one was worn out. So I was ripping it off. I was scraping. I was sitting up there in the front yard doing this. He pulls up. "What you doing?" I told him. He said, "That's a lot of work." I said, "Yeah, it is." He said, "Have you tried some of this?" I said, "I've tried this. I had everything out there that would dissolve stuff, right?" Mm-hmm. He said, "I'll be right back." Yeah. He came back with a baby food jar full of some stuff. He says, "Now, you don't smoke, do you?" And I said, "Nope." He said, "Don't light any matches and just use this." I put it on there and it melted that stuff right off. It just was basically drip right away. And it was really potent moonshine. Not the kind of stuff I put in my stomach. I can tell you that right now.
No, it
burned the hairs right it'd burn the hairs right out of your nose smelling it.
Yeah, I guarantee she weren't 90 proof.
Nope.
Might have been 180, but yeah.
It's probably this is probably clear.
Yeah, it was clear.
Perfectly clear.
All right, I want to pick on Chris, man. Y'all be good.
Thanks, Timmy.
Be safe.
Go Cards.
Go Cards.
Have a blessed day.
And go Monarchs tonight.
Yeah. I'm on ours tonight. I'm rooting for 'em.
Yeah.
I am. I mean, they're Oslo County's finest, both of them right now.
All right.
Jennifer.
Drive careful.
Bye.
Yeah.
See you.
I will.
All right, bye. Jennifer.
Wow. At 12 o'clock tomorrow, they're still showing snow and ice in the Raleigh-Durham area, which is Apex area.
Oh, Jennifer.
I just got off the phone with Middle Creek High School. And seriously, I
Did you
called,
really?
Did you?
and lied like a cheap rug. Told them I had a grandchild that played football, which technically he plays baseball, but
Close
it is
enough.
ball. But I asked them if the game was still on in Jacksonville for Friday night because I know it's calling for bad weather. And she said, "Yes, ma'am, as far as we know." And I said, "Okay, thank you." So,
Secretaries are always the last to know.
They won't know until after the game.
Yes.
well,
Cool.
I did all I could do.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
So at this point in time, at 8:35 on Thursday morning, the game is still on in Jacksonville High, and Muddy Creek may show up.
Muddy Creek.
That's right. That's right.
Chris doing the announcing tomorrow night, but time he gets through, he's going to be calling them Muddy Creek. You
Yes, he
understand that, right? For-
Well, yesterday I was saying Miller.
for
Was
3
I saying
days.
Miller yesterday?
I called, so now if we can just start getting everybody to call, maybe they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, this phone's rung off the hook about that blooming ball game."
I'm gonna call and say,
Call it,
Listen, if
"How
you-
dare you put our students in jeopardy?"
Listen, I'm trying to go to the game, and I'm afraid to even drive down there because all the ice and stuff we're supposed to have here, they're going to probably cancel school. You know that, don't you?
Look, what day was it that we
That's
had
right.
all the rain? Was it Tuesday? We had all the rain.
Could be.
Oh, yeah.
There was 11 wrecks on
Yeah.
258 and 20 something county-wide
Yeah.
on just that
I
day.
saw
It was
that on
raining.
Facebook.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, anywho, I just wanted to call in and say
well, thank you.
I can report that
Thank you.
as of right
We
now.
appreciate it, you being the
Yeah.
agitator in the midst. I'm glad I'm not like that.
Oh, I'll stir something. Terry always tells me, stir it till it sinks and then just walk away from it. So I'll
okay.
stir it,
There you go.
Yeah. Y'all have a great day.
You too.
Have a blessed day.
Afraid to let her walk through my yard with a stick in her hand. That might be a mess. Right?
You know,
A real
before
stinky mess.
Before
Yes.
the game, I go over to the opposing team's sideline to make sure I can pronounce the names of the players and kind of get a little scoop on who may not be playing and who to watch out for to be prepared to call their names and numbers. I'm afraid tomorrow night we're going, are you all out of your mind?
Just somebody else call. Let's see. Oh, this is Joy. Joy to the
Joy to the world. Hey, Joy.
Good morning.
Good morning. Did you call?
Look, first of all, they put that nice new emblem on that field.
Oh, yeah.
I know it.
And now it's already rained Tuesday. You know it got saturated.
It did.
And then they're going to play tomorrow. I don't know whose call would be but they need to sort of step back real quick. Then someone told me that they heard that the other team, which this is hearsay, couldn't find buses to get here. And I'm like, that's not, I don't know about that. I've not even heard that. That can't be possible. But anyways, I don't think they should have it tomorrow, but that's just me. But who am I? I don't think that all the fans are going to show up. Well, they might.
They better. We better show up. I'm going to be there. If I'm the only fan there, maybe I'll have to take my own PA
I'm going to be
system.
late,
The
but I'm going to go.
the parents of the players will be there. Robert Patterson, good friend of ours, he said that the fans will be out in force. And we can only hope that fans please listen carefully. Show up.
Yeah.
We can do this. We'll all be in misery Saturday and Sunday with a cold, but it's okay. It's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm just concerned. Okay, you're playing the week before, let's say the big game. I mean, you're subject to injury without any type of weather interference. So my thinking is, well, it don't matter what I think.
Why would any coach want to risk it? Because Jacksonville's going to be going next weekend to the Biggie, right?
Mm-hmm.
If this Muddy Creek team wins, do they play next week somewhere? So why would they want to risk getting hurt for a bigger game than the Jacksonville game?
As hard as we try.
Why would you want to risk that?
I don't know. And the gentleman that does streaming for personally for each game, and I'm thinking, I bet he's not going to be able to stream that game tomorrow night because of the weather. But I don't know. But anyways, that was one thing. Number two, the store that's stay open 24/7. Hearsay is they have gambling machines in there.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, and so you got someone there that's going to be there 24/7. Somebody just drops off the car and doesn't like anybody there. And personally, hearsay says that there's illegal stuff gambling machines at times. Just a hearsay. And
I don't know. They would have found those, I'm sure, because they're pretty obvious. I've seen those in the past on some raids, but I haven't seen them around here.
Oh, yeah, they're there.
Really?
Yes, sir. You could, if you ever go by one, let's say, and 30 minutes, 40 minutes later, they're supposed to be quick moving in and moving out of these stores, and you see the same cars that have been there for a long period of time. They got gambling machines there.
I just don't see the cars there. Period. I just don't see customers.
You don't want to draw attention. I mean, especially if it's not legal. You're gonna have somebody drop you off or a cab or something, or you go park, and then you're gonna have that. And then they're smart by staying open because they're gonna get more business if everything else is closed. You're gonna make. I mean, and what I heard also is hearsay that they get a lot of these countries get grants that can open these places, and then if something happens, then one gets busted down. And if this is true, this is hearsay. If one of them gets closed up for whatever reason, they have somebody in just reapplies for whatever, and they just start the same store again, but just keep it going. It's just.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't either.
So.
I do know about the gambling machines. Now that I do know about. But I don't know about illegal.
Now, are they illegal? Are they illegal gambling machines, or because there are legal type things you can do? Lottery sites.
You can have. There are some machines that are illegal, but there are some that are not illegal. So my thinking is the one. Well, I don't know what I think about that or the football game, but normally, not all the time, there's a gambling machine if you see that person, or and open for convenience for people that run out of $7. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's just my 2 cents, 2 things for today. As stupid as the game are, but we'll win anyway. Slipping and a sliding. What their song, slipping and a sliding, or something like that. What was that song called?
Slip sliding away. Slip sliding away.
You need to sing that tomorrow night, Chris.
Yes, ma'am, I'll do it.
Well, I just found these stadium seats that are like pods that you can sit inside and zip up and it'll protect you from the rain.
Okay.
Well, there's some little. I saw something. There's a cancer. What's it called? Auction going on, and there's this little plastic. I guess it's probably for a golf cart, and it's a plastic cover that you put over it.
Yep. Yeah.
And you would just sit there and you just watch the game and not worry about the getting wet or anything, because it's transparency.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at.
Yeah, usually, Joy, those golf carts that have the covers on them, they have little heaters in them too. You're completely covered.
That would be the ideal one right there, wouldn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
That involve a little metal trash can with some sticks and stuff you build a fire in?
Yeah, you good. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can stand
We
the
can make
smoke.
this work. We can make it work.
I think that under the
That'd be
bleachers there,
fun.
if we get about 4 people under the bleachers on where we sit, we get about 4
Mhm.
people with those propane tanks, propane heaters that have the hoods on them to bring the heat down.
Yeah.
Take the hoods off and aim them up toward the bleachers.
I want to mention something about the
Oh.
bleachers.
Wouldn't that be good?
Yeah.
That would be excellent.
I want to mention something about the bleachers.
Okay.
The crowd last week was so into the game, especially on third down.
You could finally hear them.
Well, not only could I hear
You
them,
could feel them.
felt them. Yes, we in the press box, you can feel the stands
Yeah.
moving.
You
We were
felt
like-
the earth move.
Yeah, and that's what we want. Times I didn't even have to say, Cardinal fans, it's the fans. You know what to do, and
Yeah,
they're on it.
We were all over.
Yeah,
And
You're on it.
Chris, you do an excellent job on. I love how you recognize the players and
And the
you
cheerleaders.
come across
Right.
oh yeah. Everyone does an excellent job. But Kim, sure the band's not going to play tomorrow night.
Uh,
I don't know.
Good question.
I don't know.
We had the national anthem queued up just in case last week.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I was thinking about all these things, and I'm thinking, I don't get this, but
Why don't you have, in case you have to play the national anthem,
Uh-huh.
why don't you have the fans do a sing along?
People sing along all
We
the time.
do a lot of people. You
Yeah.
can see them.
I'm singing up in the booth, but I have the mic off.
Well, you should just say, stand for the national anthem if you'd like to join. Make your
Yeah,
voices heard.
sing along. How about
Courtesy
Yeah.
of Live and No, just kidding.
that? No.
No, just kidding.
We just
Don't do it.
need to have a planning committee, don't we? Get this stuff going.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can tell you one thing. When we head to Raleigh next week,
We're
it's
going to
going to be
Chapel Hill.
big. Chapel
You
Hill,
can just
yes.
stay in Raleigh.
Chapel Hill.
No, Chapel Hill, Raleigh,
Too many-
whichever.
Too many
It's
politicians.
going to be big.
Yeah.
I think we
Oh,
should
yeah.
rent a van. Well, I think we should be given a van to use.
I think we just need somebody.
Let's all go
I'm
together.
sure there's somebody that will offer that one of those
Yeah.
if you ask.
82, a bus. They had the Greyhound type buses.
Trailways?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Trailways buses rented.
need
They were full.
Why don't we
Yeah.
just see Onslow County's transportation system and Jacksonville's transportation system
There you go.
gather enough people to take a couple of buses that way?
Oh, there'll be
That would,
enough
that
people.
would say enough.
There'll be enough people.
And maybe Charles Kay's group. I know Brenda's got a.
Let's go to
She's a
limo.
limo driver.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that would be really cool.
Brenda, we need a ride.
Well, look, we need our football players to pull up the limousine.
There you go.
Oh, that would just say,
Oh, wow.
That would be really cool. And roll out a red carpet around the crowd, walk on in profiling.
Walk on by.
Well, look, y'all have a good time.
Thank
you,
And
Joy. Thank you,
just
Joy.
have a good
Now,
day.
Joy.
let me ask you a question. You've got an old man that's hanging around there. He likes to fish, right?
Lord Jesus, yes, he does.
Does he fish when it rains?
No,
Really?
no.
Are you
He
sure?
has. He has if it's been out there. But lots of times when it's raining, you talk about the knots and the little choppiness that we talked about before.
Uh-huh.
But
I know he's been fishing when it's raining. All fishermen have if they're dedicated.
I cannot tell all that. But actually, he's had some health issues that has not allowed him to.
Well, I don't expect him to do it now, but I'm talking about in the past. As a devout fisherman, I'll guarantee you that Donald has fished when it's raining. We all have.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I can go
Yeah.
fishing when it's raining, I can go to a football game if it's raining.
There you go.
Exactly.
Done. Okay.
Exactly.
Just get your foul weather gear. There's plenty of sporting goods places around here and some surplus stores. They got stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ponchos are great, by
point.
the way.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but they'll be a good crowd no matter whether it rains or not.
We're counting on it. All right. Thank you.
Okay, guys, y'all have a good day.
You too,
Thank you for
Joy.
all that you do.
Have a blessed day, Joy. Thank you.
Again, Rayford,
Yes, dear.
I seen your photos. I hope you don't mind.
Please share them to everybody and everywhere. The more the
I
merrier.
want all the Jacksonville Cardinal stuff, and I'm constantly sharing this story. So
Okay.
I just want, and as you're doing, so I hope you don't mind me doing that.
I would prefer that you and everybody else do exactly the same thing. No permission needed.
And I've mentioned Lee's name before also about there were people were asking about the game on one of the sites, and I said, well, first of all, Rayford Brown shows, if you listen to them or whatever, you can they always have upcoming whatever. And also, I just said Lee Berge. I said, she announces or puts out there what's going on. So if questions, go to those sites, and so I'm advertising for you free.
Yep. Thank you.
You do that.
Appreciate
We
it.
don't mind one bit.
Thank you, Joy.
I'm looking
You're
at
welcome.
now
Y'all
the
have a good
tickets.
one.
Have a blessed day.
Bye.
All right, let's see if we have the tickets listed already.
It's Thursday. I don't ever get it.
I know
on
for
Thursday.
Northside you had to go to a different. Right here, Cards football versus Middle Creek High Mustangs. Okay, let's see what we can get.
How about the Muddy Creek Jackasses?
All right.
I'm sure they're a great team, and nothing against the
Tickets.
football players or anything else. I just think some bad decisions are being made.
Well, yeah, the players aren't making the
No, they're not.
decisions.
Yes,
Uh,
they have the
Those
tickets.
guys are
available.
coming here. Kudos to them.
Yeah.
Get here safely, please.
Rayford, these went up. They're $17 now.
well,
Last week they were 15. Now they're 17.
Well, we're
Really?
playing for the Eastern
I'll pay it.
Championship.
Which comes to a total of $17.82.
I can't get over it.
I'm just going to go ahead and get my ticket now, whether I get there in time or
I'm going
not.
back to high school. Can I get me a student ID?
Yes.
Yeah. Those don't work out. My niece was telling me she had to pay full price too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here's the one for you. You know what an IT person is, right? What does that
Yes.
stand for?
Well, for me, it's an idiot technician, but
ITs are internet technology. Oh, what is it called?
Internet.
internet technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. A British IT consultant. That's the guy with the briefcase that shows up and then leaves town, right?
Hmm.
A
Right.
British IT consultant says he lived through a really strange nightmare after being arrested for posting photographs of himself holding guns during a trip to the United States. Jean Richelieu Booth, owner and director of Phoenix Evolution Consulting, said that the trouble began after he visited friends in Florida over the 4th of July holiday weekend. He was also celebrating his 50th birthday.
Uh-oh.
A Brit celebrating the 4th of July
Yeah.
in this country with friends
Oh, I see.
and his birthday. During the visit, he said he was invited to shoot a gun for the very first time ever. You know, Britain doesn't like guns.
Oh, no.
He said they were shooting and they offered me the opportunity to, as a Brit who had never handled guns, to handle a gun. That's what he told reporters. I was fine. After returning home to the United Kingdom, he posted a series of photos from his trip to a social media site. A day or two after that, the police showed up at his house to tell him someone had made a complaint. Someone had made a complaint about him posting pictures of himself with a gun. Really? They warned him to be careful about what he posts online.
Mm-hmm.
The police. 10 days later, Richelieu Booth said the police returned,
Oh, my gosh.
forced their way into his home at 10:30 in the evening and arrested him.
Mm.
He was told the arrest stemmed from the firearm photos and a separate post authorities claim amounted to stalking and harassment. Don't know what that was. He was questioned and held overnight before being released. 7 weeks later, he said he was arrested again on an allegation that he breached bail, which he says was based on a false complaint. The complaints were tied to a dispute with a former client. I'd contracted to this gentleman's business to deliver works for the government, and those works were still unpaid 2 years later. He explained that a business partner had taken a photo outside the man's home while delivering a final demand notice, a step he said was lawful because the photo was taken from a public area. Completely different story. But the arrest was based on two separate social media posts. One was the photo of himself with a shotgun, which you can tell I'm terrified of from the photos. I'm looking at the picture. Yeah, he looks scared to death. It's the first time I'd held it, and you can see from how I'm holding it. And the second one was my banner at the top of the page, so LinkedIn banner.
Mm-hmm.
I used the photo my business partner took on his premises as a header photo on LinkedIn with the intention he would look at that and go, why is this guy posting that? I'd better call him and find out rather than dodging me. He wanted to do it is try to make a point and get his money for something that was done 2 years earlier. There was never any geolocation or evidence I'd been to that address, yet I was still arrested for it. He wasn't even there. His partner was. After the release, he said he was charged with a public order offense over a third post from August, which authorities could cause harassment, fear, alarm, and distress. He said that charge, along with the earlier allegations, was later dropped by the Crown Prosecution Service. Richelieu Booth said the experience took a heavy toll, both professionally and personally. Can you imagine? You live in a place like New York or California, and you go to Utah and you go out into the desert where they do a lot of stuff with fully automatic weapons. Or imagine you're me sitting in here when we had a candidate for Congress who came in one time and posted the photos because he brought 1 or 2 fully automatic weapons. Mm-hmm. He's licensed to have them and some other stuff. And we had some pictures were taken and we posted them. Can you imagine the police coming if this had been a New York or Washington, D.C. or California? The police come and say, you posted pictures of you holding a gun. Yeah. I can do that right now. It take me about 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
to get a pair of them. That's not the one that I'm wearing. I'm perfectly open about that. They're pieces of machinery until I turn them into something else, if need be. That's all they are.
I might post a couple pictures being at the range or something, but other than that, I don't like for people to know what's in my house or what's on me.
The only thing here is just to make it perfectly clear to individuals, this is not a place you want to play games.
Right.
But and also they sit right back there. You know what? They have never gone off all by themselves. They evil weapons of mass destruction. They have not gone boom in the middle of the night. Not even the dog, the cats, the cockroaches, the mice, the snakes, nothing that crawls through here has made them go boom.
You hear about, but people use knives. They use vehicles, motor vehicles to run.
Oh, then we don't want to go to this one, do we?
Oh, God. Oh, knives. Yeah. I mean, it just disturbs me when I hear people say we need gun regulations and gun laws. No, you need to teach people to quit being so aggressive.
You'll notice this one has a serial number on it, right?
Right.
It's like a gun. A serial number.
Why would you want a knife with a serial number?
It was given to me as a gift by an Israeli soldier.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool then. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. I've never seen one with a serial number. That is cool.
I just like.
I haven't used it, but you can see it has been used.
Yes, it has been used.
And that's another thing talking about guns. It disturbs me when I go into a store and somebody's open carrying.
I'm
care. Like, why? Why do you want everybody to see that? Why do you want everybody to know?
I am so pleased that you guys do that.
Because you're going to be first taken out,
Well, you're like the guy that's driving in front of me at 78 miles an hour in a 55 zone.
Right.
You're the bird dog because you're going to flush all of the popo before I get there.
I'm the type of person that I like to keep what I carry, when I carry, I like to keep it private, because it's there for my protection. I don't feel like I need to advertise. But you'll see, I know one gentleman, I went to a meeting one time, he was wearing a gun on each hip. And I'm like, why are you doing this?
Well, I haven't done that in a long, long time. Well, I've never
One on
worn them
each
on
hip.
each hip, but even in law enforcement, I did carry one.
Well, I
At
understand.
Terry Beach,
that,
I carried one. Some on my vest, a small one.
I can't do that. I don't have enough room. My clothes are like, yeah, okay. We're not even going to go there now. But
She's doing it, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
I don't like personally I don't like for people to know that I'm carrying. So I will not carry openly.
I don't even own a gun.
Yeah, I don't either own a gun. But it's just like your security system. Are you going to sit there and tell everybody what you have?
Sure.
I'm not.
But I'm not going to tell them everything I got.
They can see when they go up and they see there's a sign that says alarm system.
No,
I'm
you don't
not
see a
going
sign. You just find that the hard way.
I'm not going to advertise what mine does and how I know.
It's,
in fact, I'm
going to go back to all you folks out there who've studied a little bit of history. There's a guy named Custer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It ain't that few Indians that he saw
Joy.
that were the problems. It was
Jennifer,
the other 2,000.
Right. Jennifer, I'm sorry. I said
It was
Joy
the other 2,000 Indians that he did not see. It ain't what you see that you got to worry about.
Yep.
It's what you can't see. Jennifer, did you say?
Jennifer.
She's
It
back.
is.
She's
Jennifer.
back
It is.
from the hills of Tennessee.
It is. You were talking about gun safety. Maybe all of everybody needs to get on board like the great state of Tennessee and pass a law where it's required kindergarten through 12th grade in the great state of Tennessee, all public and charter schools to have gun safety required.
I do not have a problem. I think that it should be done because first of all, I mean, even our military guys, they were taught what other enemies' guns did and looked like.
Mm-hmm.
You go over there to the Army, those guys would show you an AK-47, hands on. Here's the way it works. A couple of reasons. One, you need to know how to disarm it.
Mm-hmm.
Run. I've been with police officers, new police officers didn't grow up around guns, who did not know how to do anything with any gun except the one they were carrying, the one they were trained with. I don't know how many guns I've had to disable, disarm, unload, make safe at a crime scene. Because after I would process it, photograph it, and then bag it, I'm not going to bag a loaded gun.
Right.
Not one in a chamber anyway.
Well, they just passed that law for this is the first year, the 25-26 school year.
And
I had actually forgotten it until Terry mentioned it. I was giving him a shot, and y'all were talking about it, and he said, yeah. And so I came in here right quick and grabbed my phone and Googled it. Sure enough, it passed for 25-26 school year.
It's amazing. It's just so amazing to me, Joy, that Jennifer, that Kingsport, Tennessee has got a requirement that you be able to swim to get out of high school. And they're now they're required to teach gun safety in school. Amazing that you're that far ahead of times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's statewide as far as the gun safety. But yeah, I mean, and it has always bothered me that the not just the students, but that the public did not have access in Jacksonville, North Carolina, to swimming pools.
I know.
I just couldn't wrap my head around that because, I graduated high school in '83, and our high school back then had a swimming pool and was required and had a swimming pool for however long. I don't know, as long as I know anything about it. And we had public swimming pools in Kingsport. Now, the one that I went to, of course, has long been closed down, but they closed it down because they built the big Kingsport Aquatic Center that
has the lazy river and the outdoor swimming pool, and then the indoor swimming pool.
Lazy River, Muddy
Right
Creek.
next door to it is the YMCA that has all of their facilities. It's all in the. It's not. It's the in the same area. It's of course two different entities, but
Sure.
you can cross through them. But I just don't understand why little old Kingsport, Tennessee can't have it and Jacksonville couldn't.
We got it coming in the fall of next
That's
year,
right.
sometime in August, I think it is. The
Yeah.
pool opens, and we're gonna be all over that one. I've already got
Y'all have a
assignments
great day.
from Chris Miller
You
to
too.
shoot pictures for him.
Have a blessed day, Jennifer.
Bye, Jennifer. All right, we got to go. Tomorrow is football day. We stay in touch. Keep posting. If there anything changes about the game between now and tomorrow, Lee or I or Chris will post it on Facebook. So we will keep you up with a breaking news event. If there's anything that happens, I think that's worth breaking in as far as posting it on Facebook and YouTube, whatever. We'll let you know.
Right.
So-
We're watching because every hour I'm checking Chris's stuff. I'm checking because he's going to know before
He's going to know.
any of us
We'll
know.
repost what he does or
Right.
do whatever.
We're
But
watching.
in the
you
meantime,
today.
if you do not hear from us, it is go for
Be
tomorrow
there.
night at 1900, 7 p.m. Get your mess together. Go out today. Go to any of the pawn shops. I mean, not the pawn shops, the surplus stores or whatever. Pawn shops may have them too. And a place out there called the Foundry. They got some military surplus stuff out there on Belfork Road near the Daily News across the street.
Yep.
That's a good place to go looking for some stuff like this. You may find something,
definitely.
even if you only use it.
Saigon Sam's. Yeah.
Any of those places.
Right.
Get on out there. Hand warmers, the little pocket warmers and stuff like that. You can buy a case of them for $15 at Sam's. I saw them yesterday. I almost bought one. I better go buy and get one today before y'all go buy them all up. But you buy a case of them, and there's a bunch of them in there. It'll last you a few years. Just put it that way. Or a bunch of your friends. We'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, 7 o'clock. Have a great rest of your day. Be safe, and just get ready for. We're going to rumble.
Yeah, we are. Go Cards.
Get ready to rumble. You're live in local Real Talk.
Oh.
Where we're always awake, never woke,
Have a blessed day.
Amen.
seldom asleep, as it turns out. And we're all members of a club,
Right.
the Single Swingers. Goodbye.